Hi guys, welcome to GOO ROO Beauty. Hope you're enjoying December as we head into the silly season. There is a buzz with Australians right now. We have our very own Urban Decay Naked Palette dupe. And I wanted to take this opportunity to compare the original Urban Decay Naked Palette. I don't know where you've been if you are not familiar with this palette from Urban Decay. In Australia, we don't have retail store access to Urban Decay, but it has taken the world by storm. It's a really lovely selection of 12 shades from highlights right through to dark intense shades with bronzes and golds and beautiful coppers and some really lovely colors. YouTube is full of tutorials and inspiration for you if you do own one of these palettes and would like more ideas how you can use your palettes. But beautiful for every day, beautiful for dramatic smoky looks, just so versatile. I love this palette. So we can get this from some UK websites, beautybay.com, from lookfantastic.com for free international shipping to Australia, and for around $55, which is pretty equivalent to the US recommended retail, considering that they add state taxes onto the published prices that you would find, say, on Ulta or Sephora. So you can get this from websites now after a long time of not being able to get it very easily to Australia, even if you can't get your fingers in it at the store. So a fantastic palette. The two products that I'm comparing the original Naked palette with is a brand new palette from Chi Chi Cosmetics called the Glamorous Nudes Eyeshadow Collection. That is very similar to the Naked palette. And then also the Makeup Academy palette called Undressed. And this one's been around for a while. You will have seen blog posts and YouTube videos about this one. So I took the opportunity really to compare all three. So I'll get started on the Naked palette. If you have not heard of Urban Decay's Naked palette, I'm not sure where you've been, certainly not watching YouTube videos, but the Urban Decay Naked palette is a beautiful selection of 12 shades. It includes a couple of nice neutral mattes. The Naked and Butt are beautiful for blending out, also for nice neutral daytime, interview-friendly type looks. You can make really everyday nice daytime looks right through to really smoky dramatic looks. There's gorgeous golds, bronzes, really lovely mushroomy taupey shade, really nice virgin shade here. It's just a really slight pearl finish highlight, gorgeous, a more shimmery light shade in Sin. Urban Decay just did a really good job of choosing these 12 shades. From Australia, you can get it online only from beautybay.com, from lookfantastic.com, and you'll be paying about $50 to $55, including international shipping, which is pretty equivalent to US recommended retail pricing, considering that the published prices on sites like Sephora and Ulta don't include state tax, which you do have to pay at Sephora and Ulta if you are living in America. So that is the Naked palette. The original Urban Decay Naked palette used to come with a double-ended eyeliner pencil, the black and the brown. It no longer comes with the pencil, it comes with a brush, and it also comes with a little deluxe mini size of the Urban Decay Primer Potion. So good value there as far as a few extra add-ons, but it can be expensive. There was a time when $50 for an eyeshadow palette is a bit much, so if you are someone that considers $50 a little bit much for an eyeshadow palette, despite what great value it is, I completely understand. So I do want to compare this with some less expensive items. And the first one, this one is for you Aussies. This is from Chi Chi Cosmetics. Chi Chi Cosmetics is an Australian company, so they design their products, they say, in Australia, but everything pretty much is made in China. So this is a new release that I just discovered at my local MUA store just the other day. It normally retails for $19.95, and you may be able to get it for $25, even up to 50% off. Chi Chi is often on sale between Target and MUA, and I paid $14.95 for this palette, but recommended retail is $19.95. I'm not sure yet if it's limited edition or a permanent addition to their line. Chi Chi offers 3 eyeshadow palettes like this. The Nudes is one of them. They also offer one in bronzes and another one in brights. Just by holding it up against the Naked palette, it's very obviously a nice little copy, a nice little option available for those who can't access or don't want to spend the money on the Urban Decay product. So without any question, really, that is a definite intentional copy. This is all it comes with. It's a really cheap sort of plastic packaging with a clear lid. You've got 2 double-ended sponge tip applicators. I'll show you pictures here. I'll show you comparison swatches so that you can compare and decide for yourself. And I also did the exact same look. I copied a Makeup by Tiffany D tutorial with the Naked palette that she did a little while ago, and I used the exact same brushes, exact same primer, exact same products, except for the eyeshadow palette. So I'll post pictures as well of that so that you can see how it compares on the eye as well. So these shades are very similar with some exceptions. I would say the Dark Horse colour is quite a bit different to the Dark Horse in the Naked palette, and I would also say that the Naked shade is quite a lot less pigmented, a lighter colour than the Naked in the Urban Decay. So that is the lightest matte blending out brown shade. Still okay, it still functions nicely as a light brown blending out colour. It's just lighter than the one in the Urban Decay palette. But really for $14.95, I think that this is a great option. It is chalkier than the Urban Decay eyeshadows, but I do find that the Urban Decay eyeshadows do kick up a bit as well, so that's not really a deal breaker for me. It still applies really nicely. The shimmers are nice, the pigmentation is still very nice, just not quite as buttery as the Urban Decay eyeshadows, but for $14.95 you really can't beat it. So I would recommend you Aussies that you do go and pick this up if you don't have the Urban Decay Naked palette. Do you need this if you already have the Urban Decay Naked palette? Absolutely not. If you're, missing a favorite shade, then check the swatch comparisons that I have in this video to see if buying this one would help. Some of them are close, some of them are not quite as close. Once it goes on the eye, I really don't think it's much of a difference, and for $14.95, really a fantastic value. And you can certainly follow along with all of the YouTube tutorials here on the Naked palette with this palette and get a pretty similar look. Lastly, because Urban Decay is known for being cruelty-free, not testing on animals, I do also want to mention that despite the fact that it's made in the People's Republic of China, that Chi Chi Cosmetics does claim on the box for this product that it is only tested on family and friends. So, really technically animals could be family and friends. I'm not sure. It does not actually say anywhere on here not tested on animals, but I'm not sure. After the whole Target fiasco, that corporations may not always be all that honest and may not always be that responsible with what they're claiming and promising their customers. So only tested on family and friends. They do not claim cruelty-free. They do not claim no animal testing, but only tested on family and friends. So I'm going to leave that with you to make your decision with what in the world that means. On to the last palette. This is from Makeup Academy. And I believe this is a UK company. The website is muastore.co.uk, and this is their Undressed eyeshadow palette. The Undressed palette here is also, without any doubt, a definite intentional dupe for the Urban Decay Naked palette, and it's lovely. Again, 12 shades, very, very similar to the Urban Decay Naked. This is developed in the UK, and just as with the Chi Chi, manufactured in the People's Republic of China. I don't have the box, but it doesn't say anything on the actual palette about testing on animals. You pick this up for £4 plus a bit of shipping. That works out to somewhere between $6 and $6.50 Australian. I bought 3 palettes when they were having a 30% off deal at Makeup Academy, and I think they may have had free shipping, but I paid maybe about $21 for 3 palettes. So definitely you can easily get this for less than $10 including shipping to Australia. Really good deal as well with this one. I really can't see that much of a difference between the Chi Chi and the Makeup Academy. So they might be coming out of China, but I don't think they are the exact same formulation repackaged into the different brands. I will say that Makeup Academy do often have discounts. So regularly £4, but they often offer 30% off, even up to 40% off. They've just had a deal for 40% off everything in the store. If you are subscribed to me on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, I'll usually post when I do see things like that so that you can take advantage of these fantastic deals as well. I don't have a whole lot of experience with Makeup Academy. I'm really impressed from what I know of the eyeshadow palettes that I've tried. So now that we've looked at each of the palettes, I will just cut to some shots that show you how all 3 compare in swatches as well as with one single look on the eye. So finally, just to round up, really the Chi Chi and the Makeup Academy, I don't think the eyeshadow quality is as high as Urban Decay. Is it a deal breaker? For me, not really. If you don't have the Urban Decay Naked palette, I would definitely recommend one of these products. The benefit of Chi Chi is that you can go into Maya, go into Target and swatch it. Also, you can pick it up immediately and start using it, not have to wait. I think Makeup Academy took about 2 weeks to get to me when I ordered it from the UK, to me in Perth. The one drawback may be if it is not a permanent addition to their line. I did find this with their other holiday sets on display on an island, and I am waiting to hear back from the company as to whether it is a permanent product or just limited edition. So I would recommend, if you are interested in actually picking a naked palette dupe up from a store in Australia, that you go out and do that now. So that's about it. I hope I've covered any questions that you had with regards to these palettes. Definitely let me know if you have any additional questions down below, or if you have any other dupes, if you have any other information that you think would be interesting or informative for myself or other viewers to read, please do post that. Thanks guys so much for watching. Have a beautiful day, and we'll see you again really soon. Bye.